So you're battling the inflammation, you're resetting things. And so the types of foods that you may respond to in a moment in time may not be the same types of foods that you respond to over time.
Agreed. How do we know that? There are more kids now with gluten allergies, peanut allergies. Everyone's got an allergy to something. Did we just suddenly genetically morph into something? And for those that will say to me, well, doc, it's my genes. No, it's not. Your genes do not have a brain like you think they do. It's how the genes are actually express themselves and how those genes are exposed to the environment. They're constantly turning on and off and doing their thing, but it's more environment and lifestyle than anything else. And that is proven. So once you feel like you're stuck with your genes, well, there's that expression, if you think you can, you're right. If you think you can't, you're right. Well, I need to first get people back to the source. So after the first 3 days are going, that's when we start putting in the education of all these things. So they say, you know what? I'm getting back to the user manual of myself. We have big health plans and employer groups covering the program because we get so many people off these expensive medications that it's a value proposition for them. There's a million books written on diet and nutrition. Mm-hmm. They're not all wrong and they're not all right. They're just not right for you most of the times. And so what bothers me is that someone gets somebody geeked up because they're on Instagram, they do this, but there's no pathway, community, resources, or tools to help them implement it. And I never wanted to have my name on something that I couldn't go out and see somebody at the grocery store and feel good about my product. And that's what was happening back in Long Island when I was first failing in the practice. I would see someone who joined the gym, gung-ho. We were friends for like the first 4 weeks. She was working out with the trainer and then she tailed off. And next thing you know, I'm seeing her out and she's ducking me and I'm ducking her because both of us feel like we failed each other. That's not who I am, and that's not who I wanted to be. So it wasn't until I went to the ashes of my business to come away with what is now a gift because I can help so many people. And I care enough about my end user to make sure I vet it out. But recently won a pitch competition called the EHIR Academy, which is a group of about 60 Fortune 500 companies, employer groups, and they're getting killed with the benefits. It's going up every year. It's eating into everybody's paycheck. It's eating into everybody's bottom line. So we wanted to pitch to employer groups because, quite frankly, they just like that ours is simple. They've been sold every wellness tool out there, every program out there, every medication out there, like the GLP-1s costing $1,000 a month for these folks. So we come in and say, oh, you have 5,000 employees? Here's 20 programs for them to go through. Give it to your staff. Let them test drive it. See what they think and come back to us. And what do you think happens? Because we're so good at it, 19 out of 20 come through becoming raving fans. The one that maybe didn't says, you know what, I'll come back to this later. I have some other stuff to deal with. It can be used for everything from diabetes to hypertension, anxiety, general weight management, all the way up to people that are trying to get better performance in the gym, right? Mm-hmm. Because this is about just resetting the body systems and getting the most out of it. And then when they come with us, we say, only pay us for the people that enroll in the program, get 5, 7, 10% weight loss, come off their medication. So we get paid purely for outcomes. And those outcomes will give an ROI to the company, usually 3 to 1. But guess what? The tipping point has happened. The convergence has happened in healthcare or in any health insurance. There's a pool of people, right? There's the drivers that are safe drivers, and then there's the Dr. Beatties of the world. But, and that's how they pool it. Well, normally in health insurance, it was healthy people and unhealthy people. And it used to be 75% healthy, 25% unhealthy. Well, there's been a convergence, and it's happened in the last 4 years where it's going the opposite direction. So it's no longer sustainable. And so we are in the sweet spot right now, and users end up loving it.
If you enjoyed that clip, click up here and see the full episode. Make sure you also subscribe so you don't miss anything new. And if you want to see other full episodes of Uncommonly Remarkable, just click on this playlist and you'll get everything that you need. Thanks for taking the time, and we look forward to seeing you next time on Uncommonly Remarkable.